Give us an assessment of how you think the defense has been playing so far this spring.
You know, the good thing for us is we got a lot of kids back, and you know, we lost the biggest position we lost was linebackers. And I feel like kind of like a year ago. A year ago we had lost all of our DBs. We had some young DBs, but we felt like they were really had a chance to be talented. You know, they just had to gain experience. And by the end of the year, defensively, our defensive backs were pretty good. And I think same thing with our linebackers. We've got some young linebackers, but I think they've got a lot of speed and a lot of talent. You know, they just hadn't got the experience yet. But I feel that we got a chance to be good there. And then with our defensive line and our secondary, we have a chance to have a real good quality defense again.
You just talked about your defensive line. Can you talk about the depth that you got there? Because it seems like you got a lot of bodies that you may not have had in the past, maybe more than you've had in the past.
You know, I think we do. You know, of course, this spring we got some guys that are hurt or not playing. You know, we signed Eric Kitchens, who's had a shoulder injury, so he's out. Michael Chester, we thought was going to help us, and you know, he hurt his kneecap, and so he's out. Darius Freeman, who ended up playing really good for us last year, is out with an ACL, and then you know, we got a transfer, Torian Brown from Penn State, who's also sitting out. You add those four with the guys that we have coming back with Mario Smith and Todd Sykes and Delmon Landry and all those guys, Jock Turner and DK. So we got some depth. So that's what we're excited about. And we got Junior Carr as well, who's a freshman that I think can help us. And we got Ethan Edmondson. So I've named a lot of guys that I feel like they can play. So if we get them healthy, I think that could be that could be a positive for us.
What could you tell me about Torrance Brown? You know, he's coming from a major Power 5 program. What have you seen from him so far? What kind of guy is he?
You know, obviously they say he's a captain type guy up there at Penn State. Great quality person, great individual. You know, obviously he looks great on the hoof, but you know, he hadn't played down yet. So, but very intelligent. He knows the game. He's been around the games, and you know, he has great leadership skills. And so that's the great thing about him. Not only is he supposed to be a good player, but you know, his character in the locker room and his maturity is really a positive for us.
And you mentioned, you know, you brought a lot of guys back, but you also lost some big-time team leaders. You know, Darren Yancey, Picasso. You know, how do you feel like, you know, these guys that are coming back? Do you feel like they're up to the task of being the team leaders they need them to be?
Well, you know, you hope so. I feel that Jock Turner's really become a really good leader for us on the defensive line. He and Mario Smith. Mario didn't say much, but he's a great leader. And then, you know, Booth's always been a leader for us. And then in the back end, you got Ty Williams back, who's a vocal leader, and then we got Kyle Hemby and DQ Thomas. So we got some older guys that I think, you know, that can give us some leadership. You don't know for sure, but I'm really excited about how they're practicing, what they're doing, you know, their attitude right
now. One other question, you're getting a lot of defensive players out of Bassfield and that whole Jeff Davis County area, Malik coming in. You talk about Booth. Can you just talk about how y'all are really now focusing on this area recruiting-wise and getting those players to come to Southern Miss?
Well, you know, Bassfield's been great for us, you know. You got Malik's going to be a good player. I didn't even get to mention him. You know, he's just going to be a redshirt freshman. So he's having a good spring so far, and he'll help us. But, you know, Coach Hobson's from Mississippi, and he's always, you know, that this is our priority right here, you know, the state of Mississippi. And right now, at this point in time, we've got some good players from here, and we hopefully intend to keep doing that.